Hi everybody! Let me know if this is working. For tonight we actually planned a Facebook Live. Actually I was supposed to go live on Facebook 14 minutes ago for our live lesson today, but Facebook wasn't working. So we figured let's try it on YouTube instead. So I see that some people can hear me and see me already. We are going to practice the violin in just a few minutes, but I wanted to have a look if I can find my phone so I can write people where we are right now. Let's see. So first I will write a message to the technical support that will be helping me today with sending messages to everybody that the live is taking place at another location. Okay, I've just written everybody. So we are just going to wait for everybody to have the time to come here instead. So to leave Facebook and to join us on YouTube instead. Okay, I'm so happy that I see some people that were just on Facebook. So it seems like the message is coming through that we are doing it at YouTube instead. So we are just waiting a few more minutes because maybe some people need some time to log in to YouTube, because we would actually do a Facebook Live tonight, but Facebook was lagging. I'm not sure. It showed a black screen where normally I can go live really easily. So it seems like Facebook is having troubles tonight. So he decided to do it on YouTube instead. So now while we are waiting for the others, maybe we can take some time to tune the violin. And let me know in the comments if the violin actually sounds correct, because we did have one time before when I went live, my A string actually sounded like one tone lower or something like that because of the microphone. So let me know if the A string sounds normal. Does it sound the same as your A string? Let me know in the chat. And if you're dropping by spontaneously today, definitely make sure to get your violin right now and join our practice session, because we are going to practice in just a few minutes. So yeah, indeed, that is the live now. I see somebody asking if we switch from Facebook. Indeed, we switched to YouTube instead, because unfortunately Facebook had some problems with the live feature and it wasn't working. So it was working for a few seconds and then everything blocked. So everything seems to be working normal on YouTube. So I think it's not our internet connection, but something is off on Facebook tonight. So yeah. So I'm happy everybody made it here. I see most people are dropping in right now. So if you don't have your violin yet, get it right now, because we are starting our practice in just a few minutes. And I am going to send you the sheet music that you might want to use during this practice session. It's going to look easy on the sheet music, but it is not going to be as easy as it looks. So be ready for some challenging parts as well. Okay, here's the sheet music. I'm actually going to try to pin this comment. Not sure if this is possible. If I can, no, I can't pin a comment right now. So, okay, I'm just going to repost the sheet music if anybody else asks for it. But tonight we are going to work on the G major scale. So if you know it by heart already, and I know so many people that do take lessons with me in Julia's Violin Academy actually know the scale by heart, then you don't need the sheet music at all. But if you don't know the scale by heart yet, definitely make sure to check out the link that I posted in the chat. And there you can download the sheet music, so you can actually have some reference point for what we are talking about today. So now I'm going to check who is there. So let me know in the comments, what is your name and where are you from, and from where are you joining this practice session tonight? I already see a few known faces, that few of the people I know from my academy, and I also see some new people that I haven't met yet. So it's nice to see some students as well and some new people. Oh, I see that Lenny is joining from Florida and Gabriella is joining from Ecuador tonight. And Ineke from the Netherlands, where I am as well right now. So that's great. And Astruva, hopefully I pronounced your name correctly. You are from Colombia. And I see Steve from Maine, Valentina from Fort Worth, Marv from Kazakhstan, Amina from Algeria, Raghat from Jordan, Nancy from Georgia. So nice to see so many of you. And I see we are from so many places around the world and all coming together to practice violin tonight. So that's so awesome. If you didn't get your violin yet, I see some people dropping in. Definitely get it right now. We are starting our practice in just a minute. So I see people from Brazil, from people from all continents, I believe. There's no Asians yet. I think they are sleeping right now. But if you are from an Asian country, let us know. It's probably late at night, but that shows a lot of motivation if you join the practice session anyway. So yeah, great. From South America, from America, and from Europe and Africa. There's people from everywhere tonight. So yeah, that's awesome. Today we are going to do something. We are going to practice something that most of my personal students don't like to practice. So I figured let's do it here together, because everybody knows they need to practice this, but nobody does it because it can be a little bit boring to do it on your own. So that's why we are going to practice it together right now. We are going to practice a complete routine for beginners, for a skill routine, where we are going to use all kinds of different bowing techniques and apply it all to the G major scale. It's a kind of like very fundamental practice that is basically going to be good for just anybody. Even if you are more like in the intermediate or higher up range, if you are playing a really like quite a while already, try to be really, really precise, and you will find challenge in these like more like basic exercises as well. Because if you want to really play every single note in tune, then it is really going to be super, super difficult, even these exercises. And if you want to get the right bow hold for every single note and the right bowing technique. So yeah, let's get started. Everybody get your violin right now. And we are going to, do you have your violin? Then you're going to pull up your shoulders up high to your ears. If I see anybody writing in the chat right now, I know that you're not playing the violin. So definitely be sure to get your violin as soon as possible. And pull your shoulders backwards. And pull them downwards again. Do they feel relaxed right now? You can try it again. Pull them up towards your ear. Back as far as possible and downwards. And your back should be perfectly straight as possible. You're going to get in this really, really good posture to play tonight. And then we are going to put our violin on our shoulder. And really make sure that you keep your shoulders relaxed downwards. This is something that's really important. Sometimes we tend to do this with our shoulder or that to make sure that we hold our violin better, but really make sure to really get in this really relaxed posture. And actually, if you can do this, if you can just wave at the camera right now, won't be seeing you just like you see me, but just imagine that I'm waving at you right now because I know you're there. And yeah, that should be a great posture. Now we are getting into the bow hold. So keep your violin on your shoulder and take your bow with your left hand. Now we are going to make your thumb rounded, and it's going to go up on over here, just over here where the frog meets the stick, and we are going to put our middle finger right on the other side of it. So actually, if you already know the bow hold, check for yourself. Is your thumb actually hiding behind the middle finger, or is it somewhere here? Or is it somewhere here, the middle finger? Make sure that the middle finger is really hiding the nail of the thumb, so you can't see the thumb. Then we are going to put the other finger right next to it. We are going to put the pinky finger on the bow, and the pinky finger is round. So everybody check it for yourself if your pinky finger is round right now. If you are doing something like that or like that, make sure to move your hand downwards gently. So this is actually a plane where you can put something on there and it won't fall down, right? That's a really beautiful bow hold. This finger is just going to lay down on the bow. It's not going to be straight or anything like that. It's just going to lay down here. So now you should be in a really good bow hold if you followed all these steps. So make sure to check once again. Check your thumb. I'm going to check it for myself. Yes, my thumb is round. Is your thumb round as well? Otherwise, make sure to make it round really quickly. So to move it from here to there. And is your little finger round? And if it is all the way up here, make sure your hand should be a plane, not a mountain, right? It should be like a table. So there we have a table. We can put something on here. If it is a mountain, your hand, make sure to pull it down right away, right now. So now let's place our bow on the A string. And we are just going to do this right now. And just follow me as what I do. Just do everything yourself in front of your computer. So right now we are going to move our bow back and forth on the A string. We start all the way at the frog. And we are going to gently move towards the tip, going back and forth. All the way until the tip. Don't stop over here. All the way until the tip. And go on while I'm talking, right? So towards the tip. And really make sure to go on until the last bit of the tip. And now we are going back. And while we are doing that, really make sure to try to bow as straight as possible. So not doing it like this. Or like that. You want to be bowing parallel to the bridge. So if you have a webcam or if you can watch in a mirror close by, check if you're actually doing that. And try to keep your bow as straight as possible. Another way, if you don't have a mirror nearby, just check if your bow is in the middle between the bridge and the fingerboard, and it should stay at the same part on the string all the time. Now go back to the middle, and now we are going to switch to the G string without making any sound. We're going to make a beautiful string change, because what do? If we change the string really beautifully, we are doing that without any sound, but we also don't lose contact with the instrument. So if we change from the A to the G string when we are playing, we don't do this, right? No, we do that. And then we just gently move our bow upwards until it's touching the G string. And now go on. All the way until the tip. And back to the frog. Ooh, I don't have any rosin over here. If you don't have any rosin over there yourself, maybe you need to put some rosin on there. So just follow me. Okay, that was it for the first exercise. Now we are going to move to the second exercise. We are going to do straight bow strokes. And if you just dropped in, make sure to get your violin right now and join us for the next exercise. So now we are going to put our bow on a string again, and we start all the way at the frog. We are going to play all the way from the frog until the tip. We are not going to be secretly starting over here and ending our bow stroke over here, because we want to make use of the full range of motion. We have this huge bow, right? And we want to learn to make use of all of the bow. So we are going to start over here, and now we are going to do an exercise that actually sounds really bad. So if you have neighbors close by, you might want to try use a mute so they don't hear you. Or so you don't have to listen to yourself, because it's not going to sound good. Now we are going to bow as slowly as possible from the frog until the tip, and we are going to try to make our bow as straight as possible, which means as parallel to the bridge as possible, and stay in the exact middle between the bridge and the fingerboard. Okay, let's do it very slowly. And I want to challenge you right now. I'm going to do it the slowest I can, and what I want you to try is to do it even slower than me, so that if I already reach the tip, that you are still bowing. Do you want to try? Okay, so now start all the way at the frog. And now you're going to move your bow as slow as possible, but still you need to make a sound. If you really stop the bow, it's not counting, right? So there should be a sound at all times. It doesn't matter how it sounds. Only important thing is that you keep exactly between the bridge and the fingerboard, and that you bow completely straight. Okay, let's try. 1, 2, 3, go. And keep straight. The only thing that matters is that you are bowing straight right now. It is not about the sound. We need to get into this straight motion. So that our hand learns what a straight motion feels like in our arm. And we almost reached the tip. I reached the tip. Did anybody not reach the tip yet? Write it in the chat right now. Meanwhile, I'm going back, and you can join me, go back as well. And keep the bow straight as possible. So actually make sure to move your hand forward, because so often if we are at the tip, we do this, right? We want to keep our elbow, but this is actually, you actually have to really almost stretch your arm. It's not a relaxed feeling if you're bowing at the tip. So if you're feeling too relaxed, probably your bow's not in the right hold. So you're not having the bow in the right position. Okay, let's try it again. We are going to move back really, really slowly. Again, don't worry about the sound. The only thing we worry about is blowing straight and keeping our bow at the same position we started. Actually, I'm a little bit close to the bridge right now. I'm going to move to the middle. So if you noticed you move towards the bridge, definitely be sure to move back to the middle and continue your straight line. So actually, if you're unsure if your bow is straight right now, one thing you can do is to look at the bow. So if the bow is exactly between the bridge and the fingerboard and it doesn't change position, you're probably bowing straight, because otherwise it would be going either in that direction or in that direction. And another way to check if you're bowing straight is, of course, the mirror or the webcam. As you're sitting in front of a computer right now, maybe you're sitting in front of a phone, then it wouldn't be as easy. But if you're sitting in front of a computer, you can open a webcam and check yourself on the screen. And sometimes I also use the window. So if it is at night, for instance, you can watch yourself in the window. But yeah, if you have a little mirror, get it right now. And yeah, let's see. And Sujit, he said he was actually slower than me. High five, virtual high five. That's great. Sujit is all the way from India. So that is awesome that you are joining today. I know Sujit from the academy, so pretty awesome that you made it, even though it's quite late probably in your country. So, oh, in the Philippines, there's also somebody in the Philippines. Okay, right now we are going to start with the G major scale, and I'm going to post the sheet music again in the comments, so that if you don't have the sheet music yet from the G major scale, you can download it. Just check out the comments section, and I just posted it there. Another fun way to bow straight while I'm waiting for everybody to check out the comment section for the sheet music is what I'm going to show you right now. Right now you can see here there's a wall in my room, right? Like, not everybody has the luxury of a random wall standing in the middle of the room, I know that. But many do have the luxury of having a door in their house. And normally if you open your door, you will have a, a wall that is next to the door, and then here you would have the opening of the door, right? So then you could do this practice as well. So what you can try, this is actually the perfect room because there's also a mirror over there, is to actually place the bow on the string, and you are just keeping your hand against the wall. And now I'm just going to bow, and the only thing I care about is that I keep my head against the wall at all times. Keep the hand against the wall, and I will automatically be bowing straight. So that is another way to practice bowing straight. If you feel like the mirror method hasn't worked for you, or if you feel like you have trouble with it, you can definitely also try the wall method for bowing straight. So now, meanwhile, I think everybody got the sheet music in the comments. If not yet, definitely have a look at it, and you can download it in the comments right now, open it in a new tab, and come back to the lesson right away. Now we are going to start with the G major scale. If you don't know it yet, you should definitely learn it right now. And if you know it yet, I want to give you a virtual hug, I guess. Virtual hug for practicing this, because that is a great sign. The G major scale is like one of these fundamental skills over the whole fingerboard that is going to help you with so much repertoire that you are playing. So first we are going to play it together, G major scale, in full bow strokes. So we are going to bow all the way from the frog until the tip, and playing the G major scale. So G major scale, quick recap. I'm going to show you very closely. Start with the open G string. First finger on G, second finger on G, third finger on G, fourth finger on G. If you can't play the fourth finger yet, you can also use an open string above instead. So in this case, you could use the open D string instead of the fourth finger on G. So it will be G, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we go to the A string. We play 1, low 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Now you might have noticed there's just one important thing to remember for this scale, and that is that the second finger on the G string and on the D string is high. So we place it right next to the third finger. And the second finger on the A string and the E string is low. So we play it just above the first finger. Do you see the difference? High second finger, low second finger. This is actually called the second finger, right? First finger, second, third, and fourth. For the ones that are completely new to violin playing. Thumb doesn't have finger number because we are not using it as a finger, right? We don't use to play it. We are not using it to play. So now we are going to try to play the scale together in long bow strokes. We are going to use the full bow together, and I'm going to count, and then you are going to use 2 beats for each stroke. So it will be like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? 1, 2, 3, let's go. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Use the full range of motion. And go all the way until the tip and to the throat. No need to use vibrato. You can also find the sheet music of this scale in the comments, right? So there you can see all the notes again. Now let's go back downwards. So now we played all the way until the higher G. Let's go back down. 1, 2. Oh, don't do that, guys. That's actually not that easy, right? If you really want to use the full bow and really try to make this really beautiful sound, it's not even that easy to play a scale that is maybe like one of the first skills you will learn on the violin. But even if you play for a while, it can still be hard. And you notice that when I got distracted, I even made a mistake as well. I even messed it up a little bit. So yeah, this is definitely a challenge if you want to do it right. So challenge yourself to really make the best version out of the skill. Not like, oh yeah, I'm playing the notes, right? No, I want you to really try to play every single note in tune and to be not content with just like, oh yeah, this bow stroke is kind of good. There was not a lot of scratching, but no, there should be no scratching at all. And you should use the full bow stroke. You should have this really, really beautiful tone. Because as a violinist, you want to be precise. If you want to become good at violin playing, you won't become good if you will be like, oh yeah, mistake here and there, that's okay. That is not a way that you will become a good player. If you want to become a good player, you need to be very perfectionistic about yourself. And that's not meaning you need to beat yourself up for every single note you did wrong, but really try to search for that good resonant sound all the time, no matter how easy it seems on the outside. And keep challenging yourself to do it better each time, no matter how easy the exercise is or how bored you are with the certain skill you are practicing. So now we are going to practice the next exercise of this day, and we are going to practice the same skills, but this time we are going to do it with slurs. So we are slurring notes together. We are going to start with 2-note slurs. Then we are going to play it with 3-note slurs, 4-note slurs. And yeah, that is where we are going to quit for now. So we are going to play with 2-note slurs, 3-note slurs, 4-note slurs. So first, let's start with 2-note slurs. So it's gonna sound like this. Slurs are when you connect the 2 notes together, right? As a little recap. So that is when you are playing 2 notes on one bow stroke. Okay, now we are going to play the G major scale in 2-note slurs. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Okay, let's try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now let's try it in 3-note slurs. So we are going to play the same scale, and we are going to try to use the full bow. So try to use the full bow. And remember, if you're playing slurs, you need to place your fingers on the string quickly, right? So if you play the fingers on the string slowly, you will hear this sound in between. Doesn't sound very good, right? So quick fingers. If you play slurs, quick fingers. Okay, we are going to try to play 3-note slurs now. 1, 2, 3, and then we are going to play 1, 2, 3. Okay, are you ready? Get your violin right now. If you were just reading the comments or not getting your violin, get it right now and play this with us, because each few minutes of practice are really, really valuable, are going to bring you closer to all the beautiful songs you wish to play on the violin. So if you're still practicing, great. I want to give you a big thumbs up from my computer screen to yours, and keep practicing with me. Okay, let's go on. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Go back. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, for everybody that is dropping in right now, I'm going to post one time more the sheet music of what we are practicing right now together. So get your violin and join our practice session right now. And if you are like, no, I'm not going to do that, I don't feel like it, then you definitely need to do it, because probably you need to practice more. Okay, now let's go on. We are going to do the G major scale. That was difficult, right? The 3-note slurs. If you were actually doing that with me right now, probably you realize that's a bit more difficult than the 2-note slurs. And if it is too difficult, make sure to just not use the 4th finger and instead use the open string. So then you're just playing. So you're using the open strings at the places where I am playing the 4th finger. I'm just going to add the 4th finger for those that want a little extra challenge. So now we are going to play 4-note slurs. So it will look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And what did we learn about slurs? If we want to play a slur, you want to divide your bow evenly. So I divided my bow into these stickers. Do you see it on the screen? I think you can see it. So this is the middle of the bow. This is 1/4 of the bow, and this is 3/4 of the bow. So if we are going to play 4-note slurs, which means 4 notes on one bow stroke, the first note will go from this to the first sticker. Second note will take this much space. Third note, fourth note. So this is about how much space you want to take on the bow for each specific slur. I'm going to put off this because I'm getting warm from all the practice in here, right? If you're actually getting warm right now from practicing, that's a good sign. Then you're challenging yourself. Okay, let's do it. G major scale, 4-note slurs. This is going to be the tempo. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we are going to do that again, because probably you were like, oh, are we going back? I know what it goes like. So we are just going to try it again, because probably you didn't hit all notes right now. And if you did, by the way, post in the comments and let me know. So you're going to get a shout out. Okay, let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, Oh, not enough bow. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we did it. We did the slur exercise. Let me know in the comments how it goes. Okay, I'm going to check the time right now. Actually, we planned to do our lesson until this specific time, but we started a little late tonight. So who wants to do an extra practice? Let me know in the comments if you want to do another challenge for the G major skill tonight. And I'm going to check if you practiced with us just now, definitely leave a comment and said that you did all the practice, because you are going to get a shout out for doing all the practice. So if you've done every single practice we have done from the moment that you jumped into this video, write a comment right now and I'm going to give you a shout out. So who was doing all the practice? Okay, Aya was doing the practice. Amaya, Melissa, Bob, Josie, Tim, Barsa, Ineke, George. I should have reminded your name from the introduction you just wrote in the Facebook group. Rahel, Marcus, Nancy, Diana, Jupe. Lucy did it. Oh, so many of you did it. I'm so proud of all of you. Everybody did the practice. Ripolo and Amaya did the practice. Wow. Virtual high five for everybody that did the practice today, because if you keep practicing like this and if you keep so motivated and if you do this over a long period of time, so if you keep this motivated for a few years, you'll definitely see big results and really start to like the way you start to play. So yeah, if you want to get motivated to practice every day and you are not a part of Julia's Violin Academy yet, definitely join our academy, because there we host live practice sessions every single day to motivate you to practice more. So definitely come and have a look at our academy. You can have a look at it at juliasviolinacademy.com. You can also just go to my website and click on Academy. And many of you are already members, so big hug to you and thank you for supporting the Academy and also for being part of this amazing family, because it has been a blast to get to know all of you from all over the world. So yeah, now we are going to do the final practice. This is going to be the most difficult part of this practice, but why not end with a challenge? Just because then you can realize actually how much you still need to learn and feel bad. No, probably that's not the right reason, right? We are just going to challenge ourselves because we like challenge, because we are violin players and, well, we already learned one of the hardest instruments of the world, so why not challenge ourselves to make it even harder for ourselves, right? That makes perfect sense. And we are going to play a skill right now with Martelé bow strokes. So, quick recap, Martelé bow stroke. Put your bow on the string, wiggle it a little bit into the string, really grab the string, and then let go on the moment that you start bowing. Okay, grab the string again, wiggle, wiggle, and then... Oh, that was not the right Martelé stroke, right? Okay, let's do it again. Wiggle, wiggle, and go. Wiggle. Ooh. And this is actually a good way to remind myself. It really helps to put rosin in the bow. My bow doesn't have enough rosin, and that makes it definitely harder to do these strokes. So definitely put some rosin on the bow if you don't have it already. And if you feel like you're failing with this stroke, it might be that your bow doesn't have enough rosin. So we are going to do the Martelé bow stroke exercise with the G major scale. So we're going to start with the G. Let's do it together. Wiggle, wiggle, and go. First finger on G, wiggle, grab the string, And let go. Second finger, wiggle. Third finger. D, wiggle. First finger. Let's go on. Okay, that was difficult. If it was very difficult, make sure to stop your row between the strokes, because that is very important when we are playing Martelé bow stroke. We really need to stop the bow before we start the new note, because otherwise it is impossible to do the Martelé. So you really need to stop the bow and then really grab the string and then start playing again to get this really like accented start. And this is definitely a fun topic to talk about. We are also going to work on this Martelé bow stroke in the next course that I will publish in the Academy in a few weeks. So if you feel like you enjoy the Martelé bow stroke, definitely join that class as well, because it's going to be fun. And you're going to learn to play Martelé much, much better in that class as well. So right now, maybe there are still some questions. I'm going to answer them right now. Maybe there's anybody, I saw some questions of people that are not a member of the Academy and want to know more information. So if you want to get more information about taking lessons with me on the Violin Academy, or joining the live practice sessions every single day with all the other students and get to know all of us, definitely write in the chat if you have any questions about it. There's a lot of members right now in the chat, so they can answer the questions, and I will also be available to answer all your questions right now. So if you have been considering this, feel free to say hi, and maybe you also want to introduce yourself and say that you are going to come join us. Then we can say hi to you already. So yeah, and if you have any other questions about violin playing, this is the time to ask. I'm not going to stay for a very, very long time to answer questions, as the time is almost up. And actually, my mom is here right now, and she is cooking a delicious dinner for me. So I don't want to, of course, I cannot say no to that, right? So yeah, so if you have any questions, definitely put them in the chat right now, and I will answer a few questions right now. So let's see. First question that I see is, how much does the Academy cost? So it costs $39 a month to join the Academy, and that is everything included. So I will get back to your personal videos. I give you feedback on your playing. You can join the live group sessions a few times a day, and you can make use of all the books and all the lessons in the Academy. Right now it is pretty it is very good value, I believe, for what we offer, because we just started our Academy just a few months ago. So we really want to get people to know our Academy and get more well known. So yeah, this definitely gets grab your chance. Now we are still very unknown, and yeah, need to spread the word. So let's see. I also see somebody that says, "Don't mess with your mother." I won't. You're right. You're right. But I have a very sweet mom, so she will be okay, I think. I would join the Academy. Could I pay this later? So if you want to join the Academy, you do need to pay, like, if you want to join, because obviously, yeah, it's a lot of time and energy that goes in the Academy. It's not just me, but it's a team of people. And yeah, and it is definitely worth it, I can tell you. But I cannot give a lot of personal feedback or something like that without payment yet, because it is just I wouldn't be able to eat or make a living in that way. So yeah, it is important to pay first, but definitely take your time. Like, you don't have to join right away or something like that. You can just see whenever you feel like joining, come and join us. And you can write me about it. If you have a specific time that you want to join or a specific date, then I can make sure that I leave a spot for you in the academy for that specific day. And could you play fast through the G major scale 3 octave? Oh, okay, yeah, okay. I will show the fingerings of the G major scale 3 octave scales. That is what somebody's asking in the chat right now. Yeah, you can use different fingerings, right? But this is the fingering that I recommend right now. The lower strings are easy, right? It's just... That's all just regular G major scale. Then I'm going to switch in third position after the low second finger. Then we are going to go in third position here. Now I'm going to play 1, 2. By the way, Sasha, I see you are in the chat. Maybe you can post a link to the academy for those that are interested. 1, 2. Now we are going to play 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we are going to play a stretched 4. So you're going to play 1, 2, 1, 2. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. And when you come back, so then I would just go back on the E string. Yeah, that is what I recommend for the G major 3 octave scale. Let's see if there's any other questions right now. Luciana is asking how to loosen the left hand. I keep cramping and can't do vibrato. I played a decade ago and tried to play again, but never got a hold of vibrato. The exercises you gave cramped my hand too. So which exercises did you do? Did you do the exercises from the academy? And yeah, it is definitely important that you do it for not too long. Like, you do it only a few minutes each time you do the exercises, because actually it's normal that it cramps your hand if you do it for too long. And it's definitely something you need to practice a long time, for a few minutes all the time, for like months, and then you will start to see results. So if it starts cramping in the beginning, maybe you've practiced the exercises a little bit on the longer side. And also, yeah, the easiest way is that you would just, if you're part of the academy, that you would just send me a video and show me what is going on, so I can actually give direct feedback to your situation, because it can be different for everybody why the hand is cramping or what is happening or what I would recommend. I am just reading some questions right now. I've played piano for almost 10 years. Does experience help in learning the violin? I definitely recommend my video, Piano versus Violin, because there I talk about me learning the piano and the violin and what the difference was and what my experience was. And I also talk a little bit about this. But I would definitely say learning any other instrument will make it easier to learn the violin, because you learn basic things like for a good ear, developing musicality, feeling for rhythm. So it is always hardest to learn your first instrument. And that is why you also see some people actually on YouTube, you always see these people that are making these sick progress, like progress that you're like, that's not possible to do that in a few months. That's normally people that are new to violin but did already play an other instrument before. I've seen those people. I've given lesson to those people as well, and I notice always the difference. It's always easier for your second instrument. So if you feel like you're moving really slowly and violin is actually your first instrument, that's normal. It's always taking a lot of time if you want to learn your first instrument. Now I'm going to check other questions. I see somebody asking, I'm new. Any more tips? Well, watch all the videos on my channel. I have a lot of tips on my channel, and I also recommend to have a look at I have a playlist which is called Practice Tips, and there I give a lot of tips for practicing and what I recommend to practice. And also, of course, have a look at my beginner videos. I have a lot of beginner videos on my channel. And definitely download the book, The Ultimate Songbook for Beginner Violinists. That is actually, currently I'm giving it away for free. It's my bestseller it's my Amazon bestseller. So yeah, you can get it for free right now on my website. And there I made a selection of a lot of easy beginner songs that I actually recommend to start practicing if you just started out playing the violin. Now I'm going to check other questions again. Okay, this is going to be the last question. So if there's one really, really important question that I do need to answer, definitely make sure to write it in the chat right now. Not sure if I skipped your question, by the way, it's not personal at all. Sometimes I just see so many questions that that I miss some questions. So yeah, if I missed your question, just write me. Like if you're an Academy member, you can write me anytime and I will answer your question. Okay, last question. Is it useful to learn some songs at the same time? I'm not sure what that question means. Is it useful to learn some songs at the same time? If you meant if it makes sense to learn songs next to learning skills, yes, definitely. It always makes sense to learn songs because this is the reason we started playing, right? We started playing to learn songs and to learn beautiful music. And definitely, like, you can learn all the technique from the world, but still developing musicality and the feeling and really getting into the music. That's only possible when you practice songs. So definitely also put that in your daily routine. I create practice plans for my students. You Academy members know that, but I normally advise to do like half of the practice time practice skills and exercises, and the other half of the practice time practice songs. So you always start with like basic exercises and skills to really get your technique down, and then at the end of the practice, you start with that, and then you have a warm up at the same time, and then you are going to practice your songs. So yeah, now this was the end of our live lesson. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here and joining us. And if you want to join our next lesson, definitely be sure to check out my Facebook page, facebook.com/violinspiration, because there I post all the updates of the other free live lessons that I do. Also, you can join live lessons every week if you become a member of Julia's Violin Academy. You can check out more information at www.juliasviolinacademy.com. And yeah, there you can come and join me almost every day. And yeah, I would really warmly invite you, and I would really look forward to get to know you. And yeah, next time we'll probably be on Facebook again. So definitely have a look at the Facebook page if you want to join the next live lesson, and also subscribe to the mailing list. You can subscribe on my website, violinspiration.com/free-membership. And there you can subscribe for all the free live lessons that I do and the free books that I put out and sheet music. So if you want to join that, definitely go there. And if you really want even more help learning the violin and want my daily attention, definitely have a look at Julia's Violin Academy. Thank you so much for joining. I see even there's somebody from Germany there. Vielen Dank, liebe Julia. Thank you so much for being here. And yeah, thank you, Gabrielle. And I'm going to say bye to everybody. So say goodbye, and I will call your name and give you a shout out. So goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, Setish and Gabrielle, Ashtroval, Nancy, Cici. Just waiting to make sure that I say bye to everybody. Amaya, Ripolo, Youssef, Lance, Marcus, Youssef, Asil, Bob. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us tonight. And really great that you practice. I'm so proud of everybody that did do the practice with us tonight. Aisel, oh, next time you should join, Aisel. For the next live stream. It's probably in around 2 weeks or 1 month. The next free live stream. I'm not sure. I think 1 month. I think I do 1 free live stream a month. And you can check out the Facebook page, facebook.com/Violinspiration. And there I will keep you updated on the last streams. Caesar, goodbye. Maria and Yukon. Okay, goodbye, everybody. See you later.